Hi, now we're talking about linear programming. So linear programming is a way to solve optimization problem where both the objective function and then the constraints they are all linear. They are all linear. Say for example, there's a factory here produces four different products, and then they have product one, product two, product three, and product four. We don't know how much and how much each of the product is, so we say that x1, x2, x3, and x4. There are few constraints, right? There are few constraints. Uh, uh, Say for example, the profit for product one is $20. Profit for product two is 12. Product three is 40, and for product four is 25. The total amount of product, so total amount of product per day cannot be more than 50 units, cannot be more than 50 units. So that's the total productions of all products per day, cannot be more than 50 units. And then product one uses three raw material A, and product two uses two raw material A and then one raw material B. Product three is using one raw material A and then two raw material B. Product four is using three raw material B. So in a day, the factory can only use 100 raw material A and 90 raw material B. So the question is then how much or how many in this case, each of product one, two, three, and four, so that they can maximize the profit. So that's basically what the question is. So it's a very simple problem. So we will start with how to formulate the mathematical problem in a way that we will start with from the objective function. So the objective function is then to maximize the profit. So how much is the profit, right? So profit in a way is then 20 times product one, so 20x1, 20x1, and then 12x2 and 40x3 plus 25x4. So that's basically what the objective function is. Now the constraint, right? So how many they can make in a day, and not more than 50. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 less than 50. And then for raw material A, so 3x1, right? 3x1 plus 2x2 plus 1x3 plus that it should not be less than they should be less than 100, because that's the maximum limit of product A that can be raw material A that can be used. And similarly for product B, for raw material B, sorry, so x2, because product one doesn't use any x2. Sorry, product one doesn't use any raw material B, and then 2 x2, sorry, 1x2, and then 2x3, and then 3x4. So this is the case for raw material B, and then they all need to be a positive number, right? So this type of problems like raw allocation, which is what I call like resource allocation problem, they are very common in industries, and then typically they will be solved using linear programming in this manner, because we see the objective functions are all linear, objective function is linear, and then the constraints they are all linear as well. And then in Python, there are there are so many ways to solve this. So we use scipy and .linprog for linear programming. We use gekko, and then we use pyomo to solve this. So let's see how we use scipy. So we will then first import the scipy.optimize and then import the linear programming package, and then we make the objective function matrix. So we have to define it as a matrix. So objective function matrix is then basically the profit coefficient. So in this case, 20, 12, 40, 25, right? So we made it into minus because we want to maximize this. We want to maximize the profit, and the linear programming by definition. Uh, in this case, it's like minimization in a way, so that we need to like put negative in a sense. And then we make the matrix of because we want to make like ax less than or equal to b, right? That's the matrix. So A is then the matrix of all the constraints. So for example, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that is then the the manpower. So that's the manpower. So we have three constraints, right? Manpower and then raw material A and then raw material B. So three constraints. And then while four variables, right? Four variables, one, two, three, four, four variables, and then three constraints. So that's why we will have like a 4 by 3 by cell row by cells. So 3 by 4, right? Three constraints and then four independent variables. So 1, 1, 1, 1 for labor for manpower, and then 3, 2, 1, 0 for material A, 3, 2, 1, and then 0 for X4, and then for the raw material B is then 1, 2, 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 for raw material B, and then the constraint is then 54 for manpower, 100 for raw material A, 90 for raw material B. So that's basically Ax less than or equal to B. The objective function is then we put minus because somehow this linprog it's minimization. So we want, because we want to maximize this, so we put minus here. And then we call it this way. Optimization or ops in this case equals to linprog, the package that we called earlier. Open bracket C is then the objective function. So what's the objective? And then A underscore UB means the upper bound equals to A here, and then B underscore UB. I don't remember what is UB is. Anyway, so we have the matrix, and then we have the constraint here, the array or the vector, and then the method is then simplex. So we have to specify this method simplex, and then we just simply print the OPT, right? So in this case, be shift enter, I think, or control enter. Yeah, control enter. So the objective function is at 1899. So this optimization is terminated successfully. And then what is then the how many of each of the product that we are producing is at 5, 0, 45, 0. So we're making 5 product 1, 0 product 2, and then 45 product 3, and then 0 product 4. Right, so we can see that product 3 they maximize it completely because it's the most expensive one, but then product 3 it's using this product 3, right? So it's using all of the materials in this case, so 1 material A, 2 material B, and in that manner, because it consumes 2 materials B, and then we maximize its production, we are lacking now of material B in a way, because material B is like 90 less than material A 100. So what's left is then the product 1, right? Because product 3, sorry, product 4, even though product 4, even though it's slightly more expensive than product 1, it requires material B to be to use. So that's for the linprog. But then for the gekko, how do we do that for the gekko? It's basically the same. So from gekko, import gekko, and then make a model at gekko open brackets, and then now we define the independent variable. So x1, x2, x3, x4 equals to m, and m dot variable with lower bound of 0. So we define the lower bound here 0, and then we model then the objective function in this case, because gekko is also minimization. So this whole optimization is defined by minimization, and if we want to maximize it, we have to put the negative negative signs, just like in linprog. And then we define the constraints as in this m dot equation open bracket x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 less than or equal to 50. So this gekko is more intuitive, I mean, it's more human readable, right? In a way, you can say so, compared to this limprog. Here we have to make it in matrix form. Here you can just simply write down the equation. So if I can um, press Ctrl Enter, right? So we define the model, define the independent variables, define the objective function, define the equations. So Ctrl Enter, and then if we then dot m solve open bracket, so we will get this to solve. Seven variables as we know it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, seven variables. I think it takes into account the equation, maybe, I don't know. And then there are four equations: 1, 2, 3, 4. So total equations is three for the constraints, and then slack variables 3. So he puts the slack variable in all these three constraints basically. You can go through this, yeah. Do objective functions, and then yeah, objective functions also 1900, similar with the one that we get from linprog. It's just like a slightly different. And then we can see x1. Sorry. Now we can then simply, if we want to print, so we print x1 x dot value, x2 dot value, and so on and so forth. And then objective functions, then the m dot options dot objective function value. So we can then enter, because we've run the optimization. So we see x1 equals to 5, right? So they make x1 5, x2 0, no x2, and then also no x4, and then x3 they maximize it to 45. So that's basically the same answer. So lastly, the pyomo. So pyomo, we can then import the package. So from pyomo.environ import, and then we can then create, same with gekko, we can then create model, or m equals to concrete model. So concrete model meaning that we put the number into the model, so we have the parameters into the model already, as you will see here. And then we define then the independent variable model.x1, which is variable within the non-negative real number, right? So this is a real value, real number, non-negative, x2, x2, x3, x4. And then the objective function m.objective is yeah, then we have to write the expression. So expression equals to 20x1 12x2 plus 40x3 plus 25x4, and then we want to maximize. So in this case, with pyomo, we don't need to put negative in the coefficients, but we can just simply put like sense maximize. Yeah, by default it's also minimize, but in this case now we put like sense equals to maximize, so he knows that this we have to maximize it. And then we define the constraint, right? Just like in gekko. So model.constraint1 equals to constraint. So this one you can name anything here. You just have to be consistent. Model 1 is then x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 less than or equal to 50. Model constraint 2 is then the constraint under open bracket expression equals to 3x1 2x2 plus x3 less than 100, similarly with the 90. So once we define this, we put it into the model, and then we then call solver glpk, and then we solve this. What can we see? So problem. So 1900, so that's basically the objective function. There's one objective function. It says then 4 constraints, maybe that includes the 1, 2, 3, 4, including the objective function. 5 number of variables. I don't know what this 5 is, but maybe not that I don't know. It's 4 independent variables and then 1 objective. So that's objective. They also call it like a variables because we need to calculate it anyway. Since maximize, and then we print it. So we print x1 model x2 model x3 model x4 in a way. So to see. So x1 5, x2 0, x3 45, x4 and then equals to 0. And then what is that? The objective function, model the objective, that makes it 1900. So basically, we've done or we have solved the same problem with three approaches, and then they, well, of course, comes to the same conclusion. But this is basically how you formulate the objective, the mathematical formulation for linear programming, and how to solve it with these three approaches. So we will continue next time to see how we can then solve the other problems. So see you next time.